This is why I got an attitude about the story. Because somebody else's moment was hijacked. When you woke up in the morning, when all of us woke up in the morning, the story was not how great Versus was. The story was not, ooh, that was a Versus for the history books. The story was not, ooh, Versus was so good. The story is Tamar Braxton, Cash Money No Limit Versus. That, I think that did a disservice to the whole thing. Hijacked somebody else's, and I'm not implying that it was intentional. Somebody else's moment was hijacked. The next morning, none of the stories related to Versus should have had anything to do with the Tamar Braxton. First thing.
So what is it about Birdman that's got everybody so worked up? Kimora Lee has her daughters calling him Uncle Birdman. Keisha. Cole literally threw hands with another woman because of him. And now Toni and Tamar are fighting over who had him first. There's been so much drama between the sisters, with everyone dragging Tamar for supposedly sleeping with Birdman. So imagine my surprise when I found out it was actually Toni who did that to Tamar first. Chill. And DaBrat is not about to let anybody call her friend a homewrecker this time. She just dropped receipts showing Tamar didn't steal Toni's man. Fact, it's the other way around. Tamar was with Birdman first, long before Toni came into the picture. She still tried to be supportive. But is what DaBrat's saying real? Or is it just a bunch of BS? Y'all remember how people were calling Tamar out for being all over Birdman? Rubbing his head, acting like she was his wife while Toni, the real wife, was at home.
Tamar, girl, why are you wiping the sweat off of Birdman's head like that, sis? Now, as a married woman, I think I can grab the mic real quick and speak on this, because even though it may, like, she may be innocently doing it, girl, no, you don't do that. Like, the man's been performing on stage all this time, and he don't need you wiping the sweat off his head. Now, I'm hoping it was just like a gesture, but girl, y'all are all performers. Like, don't do that.
She was moving up and down in the background like Birdman was her husband. Child. At one point, she was even wiping the sweat off his brow, smiling like he was her man too. People definitely found it weird and called her out for it. But of course, Tamar defended herself, claiming she was only there on behalf of her sister. She even posted a video of her and Birdman on a video call with Toni to prove there was nothing to worry about. But best believe people weren't buying what Tamar was selling. Because showing support is one thing, and the way she was all over Birdman was something completely different. They were literally on the verge of coming to blows when Tana exposed Tamar for messing around with Birdman behind Toni's back. It all started when Tamar tried to play smart and embarrassed Tana by saying she knew where she lived because she's the one who covered her down payment on her house.
Do I know where you live?
Well, of course you don't come. So
Exactly.
my thing,
So
I know where you live because I put down your down payment.
Beautiful.
And you've been stealing from me for the past couple years on my credit card.
But she didn't stop there. Tamar went on to accuse Tawanda of secretly using her credit cards for years without permission. And honestly, it's not shocking because Tawanda has a history of taking other people's belongings. Child, remember the allegations about Tawanda stealing their mother's social security checks and supposedly taking money from Toni?
Tawanda, baby, I love her to pieces. But hide your stuff when she come over, because she snatched the wig off your head when you looked the other way. She's super sneaky, clever, and crafty.
Interestingly, Tawanda's bankruptcy documents show she owes nearly $500,000 in debt. And they specifically mention a $35,000 loan from Tamar that was used as the down payment on her house. So Tamar's claims actually have some receipts behind them. And honestly, there's a pattern of Tawanda allegedly helping herself to her sister's resources and expecting zero pushback.
You know exactly what you're doing. Don't be looking like that, you snake-ass son of a gun. You're a snake, and then you like controversy, and you like all of that. So why would you do that?
But y'all, Tawanda wasn't about to let Tamar win. Oh no, she fired back and exposed Tamar for sneaking around with her sister's man.
And you've been stealing from me for the past couple years on my credit cards. And help
But
me.
what you steal?
I don't steal anything.
You don't? You sold men.
Who's the man that I stole?
Tony's. You slept with them.
Oh, stop.
Few times.
Who? What man?
You not get the link.
Bitch. Dirty low down ass bitch.
Oh, you're such a liar. such a liar.
And from the way Tamar lost her mind, it was clear she was completely blindsided by it. But the person who seemed genuinely shocked by the whole thing was Toni Braxton.
Toni Braxton?
Toni Braxton, I got you on the phone.
Braxton. No, Toni Braxton ain't never had your back.
I got Toni Braxton.
I want to be, because I want it on
No,
record.
I wanna be
want it
clear.
on national
No,
television. You want to
no.
say I don't have your back?
You didn't have my back
Lord
when it
Jesus,
came to
give
y'all
me-
Lord.
Tawanda had been sitting on this information for who knows how long, and you just know she held on to it deliberately, waiting for the perfect moment to use it against Tamar and Child. From Trina's reaction, it looked like she already knew about it, which was honestly so weird. How do y'all keep something like that hidden from your own sister? One sister messing around with another sister's man. And it wasn't even one man. According to Tawanda, it was two of Toni's men. I swear at this point it feels like the Braxton sisters can't stand each other. And the moment Tawanda said Tamar was sneaking around with Toni's men, the internet started digging to figure out exactly who she was talking about. Tamar was allegedly involved not just with Birdman, but also Carrie Lewis of mint condition. This rumor goes all the way back to 2011. When a blogger claimed Tamar slept with Toni's ex-husband because she was desperate to level up and be in the circle. And to make it even messier, the blogger claimed it wasn't one-sided saying, oh, Toni was actually involved with Vince first before basically passing him on to Tamar. Now, let's not act brand new. This isn't the first time Tamar has been called out for getting involved with married men. She caught major backlash over the situation with Michael Malden, Jermaine Dupri's father. So when you put the pieces together, doesn't sound far-fetched to think she crossed the line with her sister's ex, especially if she thought it would push her career forward. And then she started messing around with Birdman, given how familiar the two of them already were. Hey, I mean, how come we didn't see Tawanda and Trina acting all hyped around him at the Versus battle? Isn't he their brother-in-law too? But even though Tamar has gotten into all kinds of trouble with her siblings, according to DaBrat, this wasn't one of those times where they were right about her.
DaBrat and Tamar worked on Destination. They became close, they became friends, whatever. So if you know, the Braxtons came out last week and Tawanda stated that Tamar slept with Toni's ex, yada yada yada. There was a Versus last weekend. Tamar was on stage with Birdman, wiping off his sweat, stopping him from drinking, getting drunk, whatever. Now it's going around that Tamar and Birdman dated back in 2003, and now we know that Toni and Birdman are married.
DaBrat basically confirmed that Tamar and Birdman had a relationship around 2003, and the gag is this was before Toni set her up with Vince. According to DaBrat, whatever Toni had with Birdman came much later, so people calling out Tamar really doesn't make sense, because despite her sister marrying her ex, Tamar has always been supportive. This isn't even the first time she hyped up her sister and Birdman. Y'all remember when she and her son dressed as Toni and Birdman for Halloween, right? Yeah, that's the type of stuff Tamar does. And DaBrat is not here for anybody trying to act like Tamar was out of pocket. The whole situation is a mess, and of course the internet had plenty to say about it. A lot of these celebrity men are passed around. They love pretending it's the women. But these men are out here thinking they're players while getting played. Tamar kept that money flowing for the Braxton household, because nobody was trying to talk about that. But if it were the other way around, they would have dragged Tamar for filth. Toni gonna get a pass from her sister's child? Yes, and thank you for posting. Before all these blogs, there was one called the Panty Report, and they reported years ago that Tamar and Birdman were a thing. But he got tired of her and her sense of entitlement, and that's when she got with Vince sometime after. But what do you think of all this? Sound off in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies!